Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. His Highness Sayyid Yazid bin Haytham Al Saeed presides over the opening of the Municipal Council Symposium in Muscat and the launch of the Tanmiya application. A project agreement is signed for the design and implementation of the Deba-Lima Khasab Road and other service and development projects in various governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. And the Sultanate of Oman expresses its welcome of the statement issued by the Special Envoy of UN Secretary General to Yemen on reaching roadmap to solve crisis in Yemen. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues Royal Decree number 87/2023. Article 1 determines the specializations of the Secretariat General of National Celebrations in accordance with the Annex attached number 1. Article 2 approves the organizational structure of the Secretariat General of the National Celebrations in accordance with the Annex attached number 2. Article 3 cancels all that contradicts with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 4, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. His Highness Sayyid Yazid bin Haytham Al Saeed, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth, presided today over the opening of the 2023 Municipal Council Symposium in Muscat and the launch of the Tanmiya application. The symposium, organized by the Ministry of the Interior, includes working papers aimed at developing the work of municipal councils and reviewing and exchanging visions and proposals aimed at improving the work. The symposium also seeks to highlight the importance of integrating the roles of governors and members of municipal councils. It provides an opportunity to exchange experiences and develop future visions for the development of Omani governorates. The Tanmiya application will operate as a digital interface of municipal councils and enhance transparency and trust among individuals and institutions in a manner that consolidates sustainable development and ameliorates municipal action. The Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology signed a project agreement for the design and implementation of the Deba-Lima Khasab Road and the road link to the Niaba of Lima and Musandam Governorate at a value of more than 151 million Omani Riyals. The agreement includes the design and implementation of a road starting from the Wilaya of Deba to the Wilaya of Khasab, with a length of about 70 kilometers passing through the Niaba of Lima. The road will be a driver of economic sectors and an important development engine to facilitate the movement of citizens and residents among the wilayas of the governorate, in addition to serving the villages and population centers located on both sides of the road. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Engineer Saeed bin Hamoud Al Mawali, Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology. His Excellency Engineer Khamis bin Mohammed Al Shamakhi, Undersecretary of the Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology for Transport, said that the initiative for the governance of the dependency of asphalt and other roads will be completed by the first quarter of next year. He added that the goal from the governance of the dependency of roads is to implement the specializations and responsibilities in accordance with the royal decrees in this regard, as well as being a part of the decentralization process. The Public Establishment for Industrial Estates Madain celebrated today the inauguration of the El Mazyuna Free Zone Development Project and the Facility Building Project. This comes as part of a Secretariat General of National Celebrations program to inaugurate key national projects. These milestones reflect Madain's ongoing commitment to enhancing infrastructure and positioning Al Mazyuna Free Zone as a vital economic center in alignment with Oman Vision 2040. The project covers a total area of 1.5 million square meters with a total cost of 6 million Omani Riyals. This project underscores Madain's dedication to realizing the strategic vision of transforming the free zone into a thriving free economic zone, thereby bolstering its regional competitiveness and attracting global investments. Madain is committed to forging collaborative ties with the private sector to foster infrastructure and superstructure development, complement by a range of exemptions and facilities, and establish a solid foundation for cooperation efforts with both official bodies and businesses at a local and regional level. Various usufruct contracts, auctions, and investment opportunities have been provided by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning with an investment value exceeding 6,500,000 Omani Riyals. More details in the following report.
26 usufruct contracts with an investment value exceeding 6,500,000 Omani Riyals have been signed by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning in various commercial, industrial, agricultural and educational sectors. These are distributed across the governorates of Muscat, North and South Al-Batina, Al-Buraymi and Al-Dakhiliya, covering a total area of more than 621,000 square meters.
Today has been signed 26 usufruct agreement between agriculture and commercial. And we launched also three main products in Tatweer platform, which is select and invest, auctions and invest opportunities. So these three products will be enhance the usufruct lands with many lands by 2024.
The usufruct contracts are in partnership with relevant institutions to contribute towards the optimal investment of land, enhance economic return, and maximize revenues from government lands. Additionally, they aim to meet the needs within the governorates and provide diverse investment opportunities that suit everyone, ensuring the principle of equal opportunities between individuals and institutions.
Today we have been blessed to sign 15 contracts in agriculture, mainly, which is almost worth of 4 million Omani Riyal in different governments of the Sultanate of Oman.
Moreover, this year has seen the launch of over 400 auctions across various governorates within the Tatweer platform and the introduction of 126 investment opportunities for projects of Suruh, fuel stations, agricultural, animal and fishery sectors, education sector, small and medium enterprises sector. In addition to this, there are more than 300 investment sites that have been offered within the small and medium enterprises sector.
The Foreign Ministry issued a statement as follows. The Sultanate of Oman expressed its welcome towards the statement issued by His Excellency Hans Grundberg, the Special Envoy of the UN Secretary General to Yemen, on reaching roadmap to solve the Yemeni crisis, and it hopes that the agreement will be signed sooner. The Sultanate of Oman affirmed on the continuation of its efforts in supporting UN efforts to reach lasting and comprehensive peace in Yemen, which achieves aspirations of Yemeni people for security, stability, and prosperity. Still to come in our news bulletin. A seminar on women in travel and tourism aims to promote women's participation in travel and tourism fields. The Secretariat General of the Tender Board issued a local content regulation aimed at enhancing the in-country value to the national economy, resulting from the utilization of local content encompassing national projects with the Sultanate of Oman. Here is a report.
Secretariat General of the Tender Board issued a regulation regulating local content to enhance the in-country value ICV of the national economy through using the local content elements that include national products of goods and services produced within the Sultanate of Oman that have a national product identity from the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion. The elements of local content that the regulation stresses on the importance of using them also include the national workforce, local fixed assets, products and services of the small and medium enterprises. Under this regulation, the Directorate General of Local Content at the Secretariat General of the Tender Board is responsible for determining local content requirements in project contracts whose value exceeds 3 million Omani Riyals, where it may also review the local content requirements prepared by the concerned authorities for contracts whose value ranges between 500,000 Omani Riyals to 3 million Omani Riyals in accordance to the contract type. Engineer Badr bin Salim bin Marhoon al-Ma'mari, Secretary General of the Tender Board, clarified that the regulation regulating local content obligates bidders to submit a plan on local content for all stages of the projects in their bid and include it in the subcontracts, if any, while the Secretariat General of Tender Board may amend it with the consent of the concerned party and the company which has been awarded the tender of implementing the concerned project. Emphasizing that the regulation seeks to enhance the processes of local supply of national products and their use in implementing projects contracts through analyzing the value and supplying chains to support the local products directly or indirectly to contribute to developing small and medium enterprises, to improve the national cadres and to create job opportunities. The Secretary General of the Tender Board pointed out that the regulation stipulates that the Secretary General of the Tender Board shall issue a list of national products required to be used in implementing projects contracts and to update it in accordance with the controls, procedures and requirements it specifies, where the concerned authorities must adhere to them when contracting. The Secretary General of the Tender Board noted that in accordance to the regulation, the contracting company must immediately notify the Directorate General of Local Content about the difficulties it faces in implementing the local content plan and to obtain its approval for the amendment measures to implement the local content plan stipulated in the original contract, whose value exceeds 3 million Omani Riyals.
The scientific club competitions at the Royal Army of Oman concluded in Al Murtafa'a camp under the auspices of Major General Matar bin Salim al Balushi, Commander of the Royal Army of Oman. The competitions were held among the affiliates of Sultan's armed forces, military, security and civil bodies. The competitions included a number of innovative aspects as they are considered one of the national contributions by the Sultan's armed forces and other departments at the Ministry of Defense. The event was accompanied by an exhibition for scientific innovations with the aim to shed light on latest technologies in related fields. Abraj Energy Services Company, in cooperation with the Ministry of Labor, celebrated the graduation of 45 members of the professional program in the field of electricity and mechanics in the oil and gas sectors, which lasted a year and was associated with employment. During the program, many skills and methods were presented that develop and qualify the trainees' performance to engage in the labor market, and their abilities are compatible with the specializations and the work environment. The Social Protection Fund announced the start of registration for the benefit of persons with disabilities and the benefit of orphans and widows through the fund's website. The program provides monthly financial support to people with disabilities in the Sultanate of Oman whose conditions require care and support at a value of 130 Omani riyals per month. And for the benefit of orphans and widows, it provides them with the monthly financial support. This is to help them in challenges resulting from the loss of the breadwinner, with a maximum value of 80 Omani riyals per month for an orphan or widow. The disbursement of the two benefits will begin at the end of January next year. A seminar under the theme Women in Travel and Tourism is being held with the aim to promote women's participation in travel and tourism fields.
Experts in travel and tourism highlight the importance of fostering an environment in which women will be able to have good opportunities to excel, lead, and shape the future of the travel and tourism sector. This was presented in a seminar under the theme Women in Travel and Tourism. The seminar aims to promote women's participation in travel and tourism fields. The event was held in Muscat and attended mainly by Omani women representing tourist destinations, travel tourism companies and tour operators, as well as students with a major in tourism from the educational institutions in the Sultanate. According to the experts, evidence has already shown that women have proven they can substantially contribute in the travel and tourism sector, and therefore private institutions should have faith in their abilities, so they should be part of the development to bring the best out of them.
It gives me great pleasure to be here today at this event talking about women in tourism. It's a sector that's very important, and I think because we have such a beautiful landscape, it's worth talking about. We see amazing numbers that are going to grow, inshallah, in this sector, and we see Omani women in every sector in tourism. I wish them the best, and I hope we can be more creative in thinking how to market this beautiful land that is the jewel of everyone's heart.
Empowering women in travel and tourism is a priority as the Sultanate push forward to attract more tourists, as clearly indicated in the Oman Vision 2040. Hence, necessary tools should be used to empower women to excel in an industry that is yet to reach its full potential in this beautiful country.
So women have special skills and talent that they can bring in the sector, especially because tourism is an experience-based sector. They also can bring their feminine touch in the products and services they provide to tourists. So as a result, women can be empowered in the tourism sector through these special attributes that they have.
Women's role in the hospitality sector will assist in boosting tourism, especially when women tourists coming to Oman is large, and many of them enjoy adventure tourism, such as trekking and hiking, including snorkeling and dolphin watching, have become popular in the last few years, particularly with the female tourist.
I'm so happy to be here among this eloquent group of women and gentlemen as well in the seminar of travel and tourism. I believe this is a stepping stone into achieving our 2040 vision, and our focus from Imran Group is the gift program, which is a specific program for empowering the women across the group.
Women have a greater role to play in the tourism sector in Oman, and Oman Vision 2040 promises enhanced economic and skill empowerment for women by enhancing opportunities, thus accelerating their development and empowering their talent in travel and tourism is critical to a long-term success of the sector, as well as building true and lasting equity in the industry. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues a royal decree. His Highness Sayyid Yazid bin Haytham Al Saeed presides over the opening of the Municipal Council Symposium in Muscat and the launch of the 10ME application. A project agreement is signed for the design and implementation of the Dabalima Khasab Road and the other services and development projects in various governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. And the Sultanate of Oman expresses its welcome of the statement issued by the Special Envoy of UN Secretary General to Yemen on reaching roadmap to solve crisis in Yemen. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and have a great week.